Hello lovely yogi, and welcome to another full body check-in. I'm gonna invite you today to flow along with your breath on the yoga mat to see how you feel. Thank you for joining, thanks for your time. You're gonna start in child's pose. So find your way on your knees, untuck your toes, send your sit bones all the way to the heels. Reach with your arms to the front of the yoga mat and then place your forehead down. And just take a moment to arrive and gift yourself with a few deep breaths in and out. Widen and drop more and more into your body. Then with a rounded spine, find your way up on your hands and your knees. Lift your feet, tuck the toes under and glide up into a downward facing dog. Create length here for your spine. Start to bend your left knee, shuffle the hips to the left side, gaze moves over to the right side to stretch the right side body long. Come into downward facing dog. Lift the heels, draw your chest to your chin, and then drop over to the other side. Bend your right knee, shift the hips to the right side. Your left side body gets elongated. Then find your downward facing dog again. Lift your heels up high, draw your chin to your chest, and then with a rounded spine, unfold your body into plank position. Lower your knees down. Shift forward, bend the elbows to the back of the room to lower chest chin to the earth. Keep your hips high. Take another breath in, engage through your back body, and then slide all the way through. Come onto your stomach and curve your heart up high towards the sky. From here, retreat halfway and glide back up. Come into downward facing dog. Take another deep breath in to lift your right leg up high. Inhale, and then step to the front between your hands. Exhale out, so softly, so gracefully. Lower your left knee down, brush the ground, and lift your arms up high. Come into a low lunge. Inhale. Tuck your pelvis under. Reach to the sky, and then from here, pull your elbows down towards the sides of your hips and arc your heart up high to the sky. Swim your arms all the way to the front. Reach long, and then with a breath in, pull your arms back to fill that heart once more. Then from here, swing your right arm underneath your left arm. Give yourself a nice gentle hug. Lift your elbows up to the sky, maybe another back bend, but really feel that hug you're giving yourself here. Then from here, release that hug, swing your arms over the sides up to the ceilings once more, and then place them back down on earth. Curl your left toes under, extend your your right leg, and bow over your right leg. Pull your right outer hip back in space. Inhale to lengthen your spine, come into a half lift. And then with an exhale, find your spinal twist. Keep your left hand on the floor, lift your right fingertips up towards the sky. Remain your spine super long as you do so. Another breath in here. Find softness through that whole pose, through your whole being. And then soften both of your knees. Roll onto the knife edges of your feet and come into a seated position. Sit down here between your heels. Pull the sit bones to the outer hips. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen even more as you lift your hands up towards the sky. And then come into a spinal twist. Right hand behind you. Left hand is reaching to the outside of your left thigh. Find stillness through stormy times. Inhaling deep. Exhaling, let it go. Beautiful. With your next breath in, come out of it. Square your shoulder girdle to the front. Keep your spine long, and then keep on turning to the left side to place both hands back on ground. Uncross your legs. All 10 toes are looking to the front again, and then step your right foot beside your left foot to find downward facing dog. Long spine here. Lift both of your heels up high. Round your spine, almost as if there's a wave going through your body. Find your high plank. With an exhale, lower your knees down, bend the elbows to the back of the room, lower chest, chin down. Push all the way through and up. Keep your back body engaged so you curve your way up into baby cobra straight away. With an exhale, halfway drop. From here, glide backwards up into downward facing dog. Wonderful. Start to lift your left leg up. Take a long deep breath in as you do so. With an exhale, step to the front between your hands. Create height up to the sky, then it's easier to step that foot between your hands. Lower then your right knee down. Undulate your way up high. Have your pelvis in a neutral position. Drag your ribs down to your hips. Lower your elbows down. Find cactus position through your arms. Inhale. With an exhale, reach with your arms all the way to the front. Pull longer and longer, and then bring the elbows back behind your cactus arms. This time, bring your left arm underneath your right arm to find that warm hug you're giving yourself again. Maybe lift your elbows up high, lean back. Really feel into that hug you're receiving. Then let go of it. Swing your arms back up high to ground them back down on both sides of your left foot. Start to lift the right knee off the ground. Extend your left leg long and cuddle down to your left leg. Have your hips square. Inhale, come into a half lift. Create length for your spine, and then from here start to release into a twist. Left arm comes up towards the sky, right fingertips stay grounded. Pull your right outer hip back in space. Take another breath in here. And then start to bend both of your knees again. Roll onto the knife edges of your feet. So this bum glides between your heels and your left knee is on top of your right knee. Pull both of your heels beside your sit bones. Snuggle in, fidget around as much as you have to find that comfortable seat. Allow your spine to be long. Lift both of your hands up on top of your head. Inhale. Rotate over your left shoulder. Reach with that right arm over the outside left thigh, and left hand is placed behind you. As always in our twists, it's more about keeping the spine long and then twisting rather than the other way around. Inhale, take the breath a moment in the way it is. Exhale out, accept it the way it is. Find your way back out of it. Square the front and then keep on moving over to the right side to plant both hands down. Untangle your legs, step your left beside your right. Find your downward facing dog. Start to ripple into plank position. Round up to the sky first, then unfold into the plank. Keep strength through your plank and lower yourself down into low plank. From here, push forward and up and find your upward facing dog. So knees and thighs are still off the ground. Then release. Roll over your toes, find your downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up high. Inhale. Keep that right knee lifted and high to step that right foot to the outer right hand this time. Oh, no, sorry, we step between our hands once more. Undulate your way up high, find crescent lunge. And then release and come into warrior 2. So the left foot, the left heel sinks to earth. Create length from left fingertips to the right fingertips. Stay nice and tall through your spine. Relax your jaw, relax your neck. And then reverse your warrior. Send your right fingertips all the way back behind you. Glide your left hand down along your left thigh. Then stay in that shape. Start to straighten your right leg. Pivot on the right heel to turn the right toes in so they are parallel to your left foot. And then collapse over your left leg and fall all the way down over your legs to come into a wide-legged forward fold. Lift your sit bones up towards the sky. Inhale, come back onto your fingertips, lengthen your spine, turn your toes to the left, right, outside. Sit your bum down between your heels. From here, come into another round of forward folding. Have both of your legs straight. Wonderful. From here, back onto your fingertips and then walk your hands to the back foot, to your left foot. The toes are looking to the side still, but the fingertips are looking now to the front. Bend your right knees and find that wonderful side body stretch for your right side. Then follow that call, that pull of your hands. Turn on all feet and turn all 10 toes back to the front to find a low lunge. From here, release and step back into downward facing dog. Lift your heels up high, draw your chin towards your chest. Enjoy every second of that motion. Make the journey the purpose of your yoga flow, of your practice. Find low lunge, push through and up, come into upward facing dog, retract your shoulder blades, look up towards the ceiling, downward facing dog from here. Lift your left leg up high, inhale. Step to the front between your hands, exhale out. Create length from your left heel to the front. Undulate your way up high. Have your pelvis in a neutral position. Transition into warrior two. From here, sink your right heel down. Reach with your arms long. Have your left thigh bone parallel to the floor. Relax jaw, shoulders, neck. From here, reverse your warrior. Right arm glides down the right thigh. Left arm is reaching all the way behind your head. Release by extending that left leg long. Lift the toes of your left foot, pivot on your left heel, and then roll over your right side to come into another round of wide-legged forward folds. Lift sit bones up high. Have some weight in your toes here as well, and then come into a half lift, hands underneath your shoulders, turn the toes to the left, right, outside, sit down between your heels. Go again, fold over your legs, exhale out. Inhale, come into a half lift and then walk your hands to the right foot this time. Find another right side body stretch. Then follow your hands, pivot on both feet, 10 toes are looking now again to the front. Find low lunge. Step back into downward facing dog. Exhale out. Right leg, both heels come off the ground. Ripple your way to the front for one more vinyasa here. Inhale. Lift your front body into your back body and then lower yourself down into low plank. Come back up high. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale out. Lift your right leg up high. Inhale. Step your right foot to the outer right hand. Exhale out. Lower your left knee down. Reach with your right arm all the way to the front and then reach like a rainbow over to your left foot. Open your heart wide towards the sky. Roll your left ribs up to your right ribs. Look over your right shoulder. Gift yourself another inhale and then release. Come back out of it. Lift your left knee off the ground. Step with left to the front. Find a yogi squat. Have your knees pointed the same direction as your toes. Place the elbows on the inside of the knees. Find pressure and counter pressure. Set your hands back down. Right foot steps back to the end of the yoga mat. Lower your right knee down. Create length from the right heel to the left heel. Reach with your left arm all the way to the front. Then circle that arm over your shoulder to the back of the yoga mat. Roll your right ribs up to your left ribs. Peel your heart wide open. Release. Place your left hand back down on earth. Lift your right knee off the ground. Step your right beside your left and come into Malasana. Sit your bum down, and if the heels are off the yoga mat, that's totally fine. Make it work for yourself, but allow your spine still to be super long and upright here. Press the elbows against the inside and then glide with your right elbow a little lower so you can set your right hand down on earth. Place your left hand on the inside of your left knee and press that knee away from you. Maybe find a gentle rotation through your torso. Let's switch over to the other side. Find your center first. And then glide your left elbow down. Place your left hand down in front of your toes. Reach with that right hand for the right inside thigh. Rotate gently through your torso. Both heels are still weighted down into the earth. Hands back to your heart center. Pull yourself nice and long. Wonderful. And then find your way into a seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you. Maybe tap them down. Allow blood circulation to come back into it. And then before you find your way into Shavasana, maybe you want to give yourself a little neck massage here, since we missing out on all those beautiful neck massages at the moment. So maybe spray some oil in your hands, rub them, maybe inhale that beautiful smell of your oil, And then give yourself a nice, gentle, nourishing neck massage. By the way, I use my Nyx oil because the smell of it is just heavenly. Once you've treated yourself here, find your way into Shavasana. Roll yourself down. Stretch all limbs away from you. Make it yummy, make it delicious. And then just take another moment here to indulge and immerse into all those feelings you experienced through your flow. Stay here as long as you want. Thank you very much for your time. Namaste.